booby-trapped. No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4?
Does the white part move every time he talks?
0, 0, 0, 0? We really need to find the combination. But of course you know what you're doing.
I can't even hear the click anymore.
Is it? Poirot,
Bro.
I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some...
Shut up! Hey everyone, and welcome to the Murder on the Orient Express. We're going to be investigating the murder of a familiar face. If you watched the last video, you probably know who it is. And just to give you a hint, it was someone who was asking for help previously. Either way, we can find out together and bid goodbye to this person. For all you casual watchers here, grab a popcorn, grab all your snacks, because it's going to be a long video. For my artists, this is the ideal video for you. Perfect for sitting down and drawing away. And without further ado, this program will begin in 3, 2...
Madam, the snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it, I have the honor of
Poirot.
addressing Princess Natalia
Because
Dragomirov.
I like his
We
name a
dispense
lot.
with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was
It
taken
rolls
from
well
me by
on the
these
tongue.
Stalinists. When they were gone,
But every time I
became
try to
director
replicate
of the
it, I
St.
kind of just
Petersburg
forget.
Museum
So
of
hopefully this
Antiquities
time I won't.
to restore and
Poirot.
preserve what I can
Poirot.
of my country's
Yeah,
history.
so nice.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
Now she's patient. She knows.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned.
There's nothing
about
she
the
can do
train
about a
stopping?
snow.
What can one
storm.
do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Poirot. Why does she talk like that? Like, I swear I thought this game was at a earlier date than what I thought it was. But it is modern because there are smartphones here.
Good morning, Mr. Fauchet. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin, triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
Either way, this is the life of the workforce. They get disrespected but we also get treated like God. Can you make this snowstorm go away? You are a worker here, are you not? Do you notice me
How
now?
long are we expected to be stranded here?
Look, I walk right in front of his face.
That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
You know what's crazy? I just sat down to eat.
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you.
Look at
the
him, look at
snow,
him,
it will not
entitled,
move
demanding-
aside on its own.
Could you tell us anything? You there? You there? Oh!
Obviously have some influence with Book.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
Like, my god, can you see how annoying you could possibly look? And we're about the same age, if I'm not older. Like, show some respect. And plus, I'm an esteemed, big name detective. Like, he's just treating me like some regular employee here. Don't talk to me like that. Okay, I just realized I can walk faster.
Ah, my good friend. Come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed. Stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American. A man called Ratchet. It was his valet masterman who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept, then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
Anyway, the switch up is crazy. No! Procedures! We must wait! And then it's like, oh, thank God, a dead body appeared. I was bored.
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please, if you need any help, I won't be far away.
That was
Look
easy.
at that, I did a good job. Now let's look at the body. Oh my God. Fold it like an omelet. Let's see.
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
Except I heard noises around 12:10. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a crime of pure passion. You know what? I don't blame them.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I
To
agree.
death
An
to
attack
billionaires.
Most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. I'll take photos.
I mean, if you were a billionaire, you wouldn't be in this situation now, would you?
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready. Yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police. A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it. Did it belong to Ratchet?
Oh.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. This phone was deliberately smashed. I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
So, yes,
Where
once
can
again,
the
I remember
killer
that there
have
is an open window right here.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
And then from here, we have the suitcase. Surprisingly, he had like a riddle.
I wonder what could be in this photo.
I'm still surprised. Anyway. I don't want to spoil too much.
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
So this is going to be the code for the safe that is in this room. So just to read it, it says Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of the door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." So if it multiplies, it's just going to be 1,000 and multiply it. So 2,000, but minus 10, basically. There we go. Add that thing.
Not very surprising.
Poirot also didn't react much to the fact that somebody asked him for help.
Ratchet had an appointment.
And then they
and
woke up
never
dead the
came.
very next day after he said, "I don't like your face." I don't think he has any remorse, which again, I don't really blame him.
A meeting
It is
place
whatever.
On the back of a postcard, someone with the initials A.W.
Yeah, put this planner right back. And then here's a note. For each person hurt, you will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget.
Unusual letter, this. A box of sleeping pills. Expensive clothing, recent.
And if you're expecting to be murdered, why would you go to sleep with sleeping pills?
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that
And
he
make
broke
yourself
the
vulnerable.
chain on the door to get into the room. This door communicates with compartment 204.
Look at the
The
graphics.
latch is open on this side.
That luck. Everything about this train is so sliver and shiny and like I want to run my fingers through it, but I know it will leave a fingerprint, so it would ruin the satisfaction. Like that. It is damn well a beautiful train, just like you said. Like, it kind of makes me want to experience that
For
myself.
Daisy.
I would love to try to get on it, just to ride it,
Et voilà.
and just feel what it feels like to be in a train, sleep, and just have the train move while I try to sleep. Like, oh, that must be heavenly. First of all, sleeping pills. Letter threatening Ratchet was found in the safe. And then this. Because why are you taking sleeping pills if you're supposed to be on high alert? So then we put these together. You know, there's a contradiction and we gotta figure out why. Most likely someone made him drink it.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Ratchet's employees. So we have to question the... Oh no! I keep picking this guy for some reason. So we need to question Mr. McQueen and Mr. Masterman. Oh, that is your last name. I wasn't paying attention to that.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
And then we need to figure out this other yellow part. The murderer's way out. So definitely not through the window because like Pro said, there is no snow. Then the next obvious thing is that Mr. Mitchell, I think that was his name, he broke the locks. So if the lock was already there in place, that means he did not leave through the front door that you would need to get into this specific room. So that only leaves the second door. That's the only thing I don't like about certain hotels. Or like in this train, for an example, just the door that separates you and somebody else very easily. Like, I think it's only okay if you're in a family and you're in the connecting rooms.
So
That's the only thing. That's the only way that I find it cool, because you can always just leave the door open and just come chill at your roommate's room, like, hey, what's up? But that's the only thing that I would excuse it and find it good. Other than that, it's just very scary to have somebody have access to your room like this. And with that said, the lady from earlier did say that somebody ran into her room. And Mr. Mitchell didn't believe it. I don't blame him either.
That was easy.
Like he said, it is a very small room, and there was no cause for concern until this body came up.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I am counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Okay, thank you. So I guess we would have to check up on him on that.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced.
So,
Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Okay, in regards to that alibi response, I'm not trying to seem like a smarty pants or anything, but I cannot stand it when I do not know if this actually happens much in real life. I'm sure it does. But if I see a movie or a game where I'm the detective or someone's a detective, whatever, and they're doing a line of questioning to somebody, and they're always like, I'm your friend, what do you suspect me? No. Like, at this point, you should know that this is just everyday procedure. And plus, just because you're my friend doesn't mean that I'm gonna turn a blind eye and I can't see, like, eyes closed type thing. Like, I believe your innocence, just because why would you invite the great Hercule Poirot to your train if you're planning to murder? Unless there's a different reason entirely that you would risk being found out like this. I believe your innocence, but right now, like, just let me do my line of questioning without trying to make me feel guilty over asking you something.
What I have found out.
Like, you should know by now.
Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
What? I mean, this might be a dumb question, but what does help look like in this case? It just looks like the train has snow collapsed on top of it, or like the tunnel also has snow collapsed on it. Like, I guess it would take like a big tool and move some snow away, I'm guessing. But how would they get here, you know? It's gonna take a while, I guess. That's why it takes days.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
Okay, I actually don't remember the profile for this guy. Oh, yeah!
Et voilà.
I got it right on the first try. Anyway, list of passengers,
Can
please.
you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
So we got these room. Luckily, we don't really have to look at the paper. We could just press the pause and see all of what rooms they're in. Actually, weren't we able to do that in the first place? I have no idea.
Smoker.
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Winkowski.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
Put this here. Put that there. And there. I guess I thought that the belt that he was talking about was Miss Hubbard the whole time, but maybe it was just literally somebody else. And that Miss Hubbard actually rang at 1:20 or something. Okay, so this is cleared up. Now we gotta do a line of questioning. Forgot. I think it's this room. We must talk to the lady.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it.
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
Imagine you're just there. You're sleeping. You don't like somebody's like hold on, I'm not mentioning it at the right time. You're just sleeping. You feel somebody coming into your room and then they're not there anymore. And then later you find out that the person next to your connecting room has been murdered. Like, ooh.
Et voilà.
Alright, let's take a look. See.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
That is such a good logo. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's so steampunk. I love steampunk aesthetic. Like, if I were to dress as a pirate, steampunk pirate would be pretty cool. Also, look at this faucet. Oh my goodness, man. I love it. I love it. Like the slight green, the blue, the dark. Oh man, the color harmony is so good right here on this faucet. I know I'm freaking out over a simple faucet, but gold and blue, like this navy dark blue. Oh, it's to die for. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. It's gorgeous. It's like a little peacock.
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every
An
detail.
expensive peacock at that. Actually, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. I just love the whole faucet.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Let's talk to her.
Please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. Come in, I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
That's right, Matt. Just imagine somebody sneaking into your room and being gone like they were never there. Ooh. Off topic, look at this little corner. Okay, I need to stop geeking about this train. But that little corner looks so, on the bed next to the window looks so cozy. Oh my gosh, I'm drooling. I want to sleep here. I want to sleep. The connecting door.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet.
It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
On that note, Matt, you said something. And it's like, I cannot see what you said. Did you cuss or something?
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to
a train employee.
Train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure.
Okay. Then what did you say?
I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind.
Look, a mustache. Let's go!
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
Just to be clear. Oh, it's not showing me what you're saying. I'm sorry. Tried separating the words, the letters or something, I don't know. But in regards to the mustache, I only said it because it looks like Mario and Luigi's mustache right there.
Let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door.
Oh my gosh, that faucet. I'm in love with it.
This hook is.
Can you believe that until this game? No, it doesn't work. That sucks. I don't know what.
I can see the latch very well from here.
You can try to replace some letters with numbers, like E and 3.
Clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard.
Clearly, I can see that lock. even with the toiletry bag. So what's up, lady? Hmm? You lying to me?
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed. correct?
Mo?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Okay. Yes, it was. As I told you, I was already in bed. And my toiletry bag was hanging on the door. I couldn't see the latch. So explain this. Why couldn't you see the latch? Because I can see
you
it.
told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her.
Yeah, she's hysterical. Just say if you're blind. Wait, I don't want to use that word. I take it back. She's not hysterical. That's a very bad word when it comes to women in general, but you are blind. Just say so, ma'am. Other than that, yeah, Matt, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm the leader. I'm not sure. I'll mess around with the settings and see if I can remove LMAO from being blocked. Or look it up. I don't know. I just
Thank you for your assistance, madam.
Check it out. Okay. So I think we're done here with the questioning. I am going to solve that little thing. One. And that's when the attack happened. Oh, that's it.
While
Great.
Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job. To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest. Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil. Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Thank you very much, sir.
You don't understand how sad I got the moment I realized my mic wasn't working.
Oh, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
I still like that comment.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
I would like to say that maybe the banana, because like dropping a banana vape or whatever is so weird while you're committing a murder. I almost want to say that it's just not even a part of the murder.
Tell me.
But it's got to
about
be
your
important enough to
employer,
be in the
Monsieur
game.
Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Okay, now here comes this confrontation. Because tell me, Mr. Masterman, if your boss was so high alert, had a gun, and wanted to defend himself, why the heck would he take sleeping pills?
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse
Where's his
again.
hands
I'm
just
afraid this time
in the
you
air
must
like that?
prepare your own clove oil.
Other than that, bro, other bro has a permanent frown, and he's holding information. Information that I shall find later. Unfortunately. Next person. Hey man, I'm sorry I just barged into your room without knocking. What's
I
good?
believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood.
What's going on with the graphics
I
in the
am
mirror?
Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life, but I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something, or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters, threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Binkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
Time to die.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Mustache. Yeah, hey. If I don't forget, but how about every time I find one, I just make a Mario sound. Yeah, hey. What do y'all think? Should I do that? I'm good at impersonating it, I'm sure. Okay. Who did it say? I was supposed to talk to, I think, this guy. Archibald. Room 106. Okay, so he's not there. Ah, yes.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
What's going on here? yeah, this thing. It is said that he only speaks English, but the man that spoke to Mr. Mitchell spoke in French. So, impersonation.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. Et voilà.
Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. He calls Mr. Mitchell to make believe that Rattle is alive. He opens the window to escape, but the train is stuck in the snow. He waits for Mr. Mitchell to take a break to leave the room.
That's the right answer.
Are they insinuating that one of the French passengers might be the perpetrator? Or is this a red herring so that we don't accuse or believe in the other nationalities? I should be able to talk to Book now.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room, and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
There's a killer
I use
among
my
us.
master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Damn, I feel so sorry for you. Your head is right next to the toilet. Don't know how you didn't wake up with that smell.
Ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
Look at this ticket. Ooh. Look at it glimmer.
Miss, can you hear me? She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly. This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
Alright, and now that we're here, let's investigate. So we got a cup here.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
So like the same residue that the other man had. Open this up. What's inside? Oh, look at that. And it's got the missing button.
A briefcase and a wagon-lit conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Like, I've seen Pierre just straight up open these people's doors. And I wonder, because one of my theories was that maybe they hid, that's too much though, hiding their own uniform in someone else's rooms. So maybe it's a bad hypothesis, but it's a good information to know. Just how secure are these rooms? Like, can anybody just enter at any time? Or are they only letting me in because story-wise I need to talk to these people?
So, Poirot, any luck so far? Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4?
Does the white part move every time he talks?
0, 0, 0, 0? We really need to find the combination. But of course you know what you're doing.
I can't even hear the click anymore.
Is it? Poirot,
bro,
I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some...
Shut up!
Book, silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book, there will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
I'm sorry, but that shot of him... Oh, this is very comical. God dang. Talk so much. Now I should be able to hear. Awesome. I'll now open that up.
She has a
gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot.
But then why take it on the train?
Please, okay.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
And then she was tailing this guy. Oh, wait, I was supposed to react to that. My bad.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly. Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
And then there's a girl with the plush.
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Under the suspicion of kidnapping?
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Bro, never partner with me again.
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I
don't know if she's supposed to be undercover, but if she is, she did let her information pretty early. Just, I just woke up after being unconscious. Hey, you have arrived at the end of the video. On the next video coming up, we're gonna see what this lady is all about. In the meantime, stay tuned and consider subscribing and liking this video. Any form of interaction with me will be very supportive, and I don't know, I'll owe you a lot. I'll owe you a lot. Maybe, who knows, I'll give you a free drawing. I don't know. Either way. Until next time. Bye-bye.